mornings at 9. Firm offers insurance services. Investment advisory services offered only by duly registered individuals through A Wealth Management, LLC.
New arrivals and new savings are waiting for you at Blockers Furniture. With over 80,000 square feet of the best selection and best prices you can find on furniture, mattresses, home accents, accessories, and more. And with new trucks arriving weekly, Blockers has the best available in-stock selection. Unlike many other furniture companies that will have you waiting for months to get what you want or need, come see everything that Blockers has to offer. Blockers Furniture, 2402 Southwest College Road, next to Hobby Lobby.
This hour of Ocala Talks is brought to you in part by Blockers Furniture. Go see all their specials at blockersfurniture.com. That's right. Welcome to In the Garden with Master Gardener Carol Ann Baldwin. She joins us every Tuesday, taking your phone calls. Carol Ann, good morning to you.
Good morning, good morning. How are you this morning?
Good, good. Missed you last week.
Yeah, I had something came up kind of unexpectedly, so it was like,
Yeah, we missed you, but we powered through.
powered through.
So I got good news.
Okay.
So
It rained.
the citrus trees
Ah,
are not in good shape,
oh, that's not good news.
except for the bottom 1.5 to 2 foot.
Oh.
They're about 4 foot, about 3.5 foot tall.
Right.
The first 1.5 foot, dead brown, nothing. The bottom 1.5 to 2 foot,
Above the graph.
above the graft, there's little green sticking coming out.
Okay.
Now, because it starts at the graft and comes up, do I need to stop the ones that are growing near the graft, or
Anything
because I'm going to cut
below the
anything
graft,
below the graft? We know,
take off.
but we're gonna cut the tree back. Now,
Right,
is it
right.
okay to go ahead and prune the dead stuff back now?
Now I'm scared with this cold that we had come through. It was like everybody had gotten. I was trying to see whether or not when is Easter? I should have looked this up. Easter is April 17th. So we're just about a month away, days-wise, about 30 days out. Easter's pretty far down in, so I'm not thinking we're going to get an Easter frost. I mean, this year has been very unusual. We were very dry. We didn't get our thunderstorms. We finally got some thunderstorms. But it's one of those kind of things that going, oh, do we dare? You might want to, gently remove some, but not take it all the way back to where you have all the new green. Just so that, God forbid, we have another cold snap, you would have the top part of it as your prop in the middle of the frost blanket. That would be about the way I would think about it. Even I had gotten pretty easy with that. With the weather going, oh, it's nice, this and that. I'm gonna do this. Some things I didn't prune because they still had leaves and they were still pliable before this cold came through. So I sort of left them alone, and this cold knocked off the rest of the leaves off of those. But I did drag plants in the house and up on the porch and put the frost blanket across the porch. With the frost blanket across the porch, those things that I left outside were okay. My hibiscus, there's like 6 or 8 leaves that got damaged, but with that being said, I'm still kind of holding off on anything else of taking it way back. This year's just got me spooked now with this very late cold spell that came through. But with your citrus trees, I would probably trim off some of that stuff. If it's brittle, it's not helping the tree. So going ahead and starting taking that back. But I might, if it were me, I would probably leave that center trunk at least a little bit above just so that it
Well, I
would
was going
act
to take it.
as
I was
the-
going to take the center truck down because it's about 3.5 foot tall, and the growth is about 2 foot.
Okay.
So I was going to take it down about probably 6 inches.
to where you had
Right.
something just in
Right.
case. And then give it a few more weeks. I hate to say that. I mean, I've got I've done things in mine as well, kind of going, ooh, did I make a mistake? And hoping for the best right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, on some, but at least like you said, you've got new growth, and because it was closer to the ground, you had protected that graft. It's coming up from just above the graft, and so long as it's above the graft, you should be fine.
And it is. Both of them
Yeah.
are above the graft.
Good, good.
So it looks like they're coming back.
Right, and so now instead of more of a tree with a single trunk and your foliage
Right.
on top, you're going to have a bush.
But how do I get it back to a tree?
Back to a tree is finding one of those parts that are coming up from the bottom that's maybe going a little straighter, going up, and then you would kind of take off everything else. Because
And
that's
let it
how
grow
they,
straight up.
because they took a graft that was straight and tucked it into a straight trunk
Right.
and grew the top out. A little harder to do once it's
Right.
coming back, but I mean a bush works too.
And it could get big enough. It still get 3,
Yeah,
4, 5
yeah,
foot
oh,
tall.
yeah, it's going to get bigger than that. Yeah,
Right.
easy.
So,
Yeah.
and Mom is as green as the day is long.
Oh,
She's
good.
just
Good.
this tall.
Right, she's tiny.
And when I say this tall, I'm showing her about 6, 8 inches.
6, 8, yeah.
But she's growing all
But she-
green again.
Right, right.
And I think sometime that dead canopy that was
Hey,
so
it
thick
protected.
may have protected that ball down
Yes,
low.
it protected the root system. It protected all that new little growth that decided to pop up. That you left it alone and let it do its thing.
And we did bring it inside.
Yeah.
And now this tornado that came through, does that count as the third thunderstorm?
I would say, well, but the thing is it the second or the third? Was that two different fronts? We had rain
We're going to
weather.
get some more thunder today.
Yeah, so this should
that
be the
line
third.
that's moving through
yeah,
the day is going to be a
yeah,
little ugly
yeah.
too.
And yes, it is. So please keep your eyes open. I saw a thing. The reason there was no warning, there are none of this Doppler radar from this station and storm track radar from that station. They don't reach us.
Right. They barely.
They miss that
We're in
band
that
between
vortex.
Alachua County down to northern Lake County, right across the state.
Jacksonville, Tampa, and Orlando. We're right in that vortex.
We're right in that dead zone in there.
And Gainesville doesn't
So-
have the tornado equipment.
No,
that
no,
see it
they
every
yeah, it's like you said. There's Tampa, there's Jacksonville, there's one further in the middle, but further north, and then you've got Orlando.
Right.
So we're right in that. Yeah, we're in it.
just on the outskirts.
Yeah.
Good morning, you're on with Master Gardener Carol Ann Baldwin.
Thank you. And I just wanted to say thank you, Carol Ann, for validating that, because everybody except for Tom Schmitz thought I was crazy when I was trying to talk about that weather thing. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Oh, you're welcome. No problem.
Do you have?
Oh, hey.
you
Well,
have a
thanks
que-
for the call.
Well, there you
Thanks
go.
for the call. No, that's it's just one of those weird, it's one of those things, and hopefully it's being addressed. I saw a couple of the TV stations were actually had made some phone calls to some of our elected officials, going, "Why is this?"
Yeah. Well, and we're just at the outreaches as far as technology will take it. That's what it is.
It's just exactly. But I mean, why do we not have something in Gainesville, maybe even here at the airport,
Something.
that would that bring something in, and this may happen. And to all of those who have had damage in that, my prayers are with
An
you.
F1
And-
too.
yeah.
I
Which
expect it to
is-
be an F0.
Yeah.
I didn't expect it to be an F1.
F1, yeah.
Did you see the video of the guy sitting in the Dunkin'
the,
Donuts?
the one freaked,
that was
that's
screaming
like a little girl. Yeah.
Well, the tornado passed
Yeah.
right over that
Yeah.
Dunkin'
Yeah.
Donuts.
Well, I happen to have been, I donated platelets yesterday, and speaking with somebody, and there was someone there that manages that Dunkin' Donuts, was donating on that morning, and come to find, they're on the phone and going, all the windows were blown out.
All of them.
Yeah.
When you go by, it looks like it's
Yeah.
wood, all
Yeah,
plywood.
yeah.
By the way, how much money they spend in plywood to close those windows up?
Hopefully insurance has got them covered.
But
No, but yeah,
but when you
that's-
do something like that, it tears up your lanai. It damages trees. It
It's-
takes. There's so many palm fronds laying around
Oh,
in my neighborhood.
and because I came by El Dorado, to come here just from where I live, and it was like, wow,
Yeah.
wow,
Yeah.
and yes, the trees that are down, the trees that are twisted and broken. If
That doesn't
still
happen very
standing.
often here. We don't.
It
we don't
doesn't.
get that kind of weather.
We are very lucky, but when it does, it does. It does a lot because we do have a lot of trees. We do have, here in this area, we have a kind of a dense population. The last real bad one that I recall was the one that went through and took out, what was it, the First Baptist Church down there in Lady Lake,
Yeah.
and went across the lake, and that one was massive.
This one was 80 yards wide.
Yeah,
Stayed on the ground for 26 miles
that's
from Dunellen to just east
just
of
east, yeah.
Trinity Catholic at the Trinity Catholic
Right.
High School.
right.
Got all the way from Dunellen to Trinity Catholic High
yeah.
School. I was on the ground for 26 miles, traveling at 50 to 60 miles an hour.
So it just blew through.
So it was moving.
Yeah.
They're doing new construction on a hospital at
Yes.
242nd.
Right. That new Advent. Yeah.
Though the foam blocks that they're using in that construction, the reservoir over by Trinity Catholic High School filled with those foam blocks.
Oh wow.
And that's a
wow.
good mile and a half, 2 miles.
At least, yeah. By the way the crow flies.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way the tornado traveled.
So
Yeah.
that's a long distance for styrofoam
Yeah.
to fly.
Yes.
So you ever come that close to one like the guy that was sitting in the
No.
car at the Dunkin' Donuts?
No, thank goodness. I'm grateful that I haven't. That had to have been absolutely terrifying.
I thought about the closest I've ever been to something that I saw move something heavy, because I've ran from two tornadoes, but
Okay.
they were miles away. You could see them.
Right, you could see them
but you
until
were-
you were
you were putting
evacuating
distance,
the
right.
area. Right.
But I forgot that in Keystone Heights, at the Keystone Heights Golf Club, in the middle of the summer, usually you see a little dirt devil, and they're just little things
right.
blow in.
Yeah.
But this one dirt devil was so big, it literally moved the back of a pickup about 12, 15 feet.
Wow.
Turned the pickup sideways.
Sideways, right.
And it was a dirt devil. It was just a
It
dirt.
it was just
sunny.
a weird, yeah.
It was
what-
sunny.
weird
The
little-
wind was windy day, blustery
right.
day,
But yeah,
sunny.
you're accustomed to see those little things that pick a few leaves up and
Right.
and then fall that back down.
And by
yeah.
the way, that's a tornado.
yeah, it is. Yeah, but it's
That's what a
just- yeah,
tornado does.
yeah.
It's a wind that comes vertical,
Right.
and it moved the truck,
Wow.
and it was a dirt devil, and it went off, and
Well, it just didn't have. There wasn't the energy to
Right.
continue it.
and it went off. It went off about another 150 feet, and then just dissipated.
Yeah.
So, but that's the closest. And I'd never seen a dirt devil that was strong
That
enough
was
to do that.
no. I'd only ever seen little tiny ones. Like I said, that just
And the thing was,
swirled.
we were just finishing our golf round. It wasn't like I said, if we were sitting on the porch 45, 50 minutes after that round, if we'd have told anybody, they'd go, yeah, but y'all were drinking. So, but we don't drink, we play golf. So we were able to say, no, we were just
no,
finishing.
we were just we had.
We were on 18. We hadn't
Yeah.
drank it because I don't drink when I play golf.
Okay.
So we were on 18. So, hey, we got to take a break. When we come back from the break, more with Caroline Baldwin, taking your calls, 622-9622. We'll be right back with In the Garden with Master Gardener Caroline Baldwin. After this on 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, says WOCA, the source.
Of all the questions you get asked every day, this is one you should not ignore. How much money in your 401k or IRA is actually yours? Not what its current value is, but how much of it will end up in your pockets, not the government's. Remember, you still might owe taxes on that money. Make sure you are not overpaying. Keep every dollar you are entitled to. Look, I know it's confusing, it's complicated, and it definitely is not fun. That's why at Pinnacle Retirement Advisors, we offer strategies to help make sure you're not paying more in taxes than your fair share. It's your money. You deserve to know what's at stake. Call our team at Pinnacle Retirement Advisors today to get started. 352-320-2060. That's 352-320-2060. Do not do the IRS any favors. 352-320-2060. Firm offers insurance services and may not give tax advice. Investment advisory services offered only by duly registered individuals through AE Wealth Management, LLC.
Are you suffering from neck, back, or leg pain? Go Green CBD Store can help you with holistic, all-natural, lab-tested products that help with pain, stress, anxiety, inflammation, PTSD, and so much more. We stock smokable products, gummies, chocolate, coffee, tea, even pain cream. Yes, we even have treats and oils for your dogs or cats. Go Green CBD is located in the Paddock Mall in the center court. We're open every day. Come in today for a free sample.
Are you a veteran living in Florida? Do you want to earn while you learn? Call 954-434-8220 or visit our website at nsied.org now. Are you a veteran living in Florida who wants training in farming, ranching, and allied services? Are you a veteran living in Florida who wants help with job placement? Call 954-434-8220. North-South Institute Veteran Training Program is a mix of online and hands-on in-person training designed for you to earn while you learn. Once you register for the program, you'll get a stipend of approximately $300 per month for 3 months. And you can get an additional stipend to offset your travel expenses. You can also get another $75 for referring a veteran who completes the program. If you are a veteran living in Florida, call the North-South Institute Veteran Training Program now, 954-434-8220, or visit our website at nsied.org now.
Everyone knows Bob Wines is famous for plants and trees and everything garden, especially his world-famous camellias. That's why it's been called Bob Wines Camellia Gardens for over 70 years. But look around. There are lots of other specials and deals like you won't find anywhere else. Bob has top-quality red garden mulch. Get 3 big bags for just $12. Or his famous no-float pine straw mulch, a huge bale for just $5.99. Inside the greenhouse, all woodstock chimes are 10% off. Plus, all the fertilizers and the stuff you need to make your garden grow in one place and priced right. Don't forget, you buy 1 tree at Bob's low price and get a second tree just like it for half price. Go ahead, look around at all the color, then check out the exciting things happening for spring. Bob Wines Camellia Gardens and Nursery, Southeast Ocala, 38th Street, in the same blooming place for 70 years.
On Saturday, March 19th, the University Air Center will host the Gator Fly-In and Armed Services Appreciation Day. All branches of the military are invited, alongside civilian and law enforcement pilots, to display their aircraft. Vote for the best civilian aircraft and People's Choice Aircraft Contest. Admission and parking are free. There will be helicopter and airplane rides, food trucks, and live music for all to enjoy. Again, that's March 19th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the University Air Center, where you can fly easy from Gainesville nonstop to Atlanta on Delta Airlines, Charlotte, Dallas, and Miami on American Airlines. Enjoy the fly-in, and remember, you can easily fly in and out to 343 destinations around the world in one stop on American and Delta Airlines. Enjoy the Gator Fly-In, and remember to fly easy, fly Gainesville. That's right. It's In the Garden with Master Gardener Carol Ann Baldwin. Let's go right out to the phone lines. Good morning. You're on with Master Gardener Carol Ann Baldwin.
Good morning, guys.
Morning, Hugh.
Several years ago, my daughter lives in Phoenix, Arizona, and we went down for a visit. And the wife and I were down by the pool enjoying ourselves. We decided to go back to the room. It was long enough time down there. We just got back to the room. I heard a lot of noise and what's going on around here? You know, and I looked out my window. All the furniture by the pool was in the pool.
Wow.
And I walked down there, and what manager was down there. I said, "What the heck?" He said, "Oh, that was a wind devil. We get those. Those are quite common here. You know, every so often a wind devil will go by. You know,
Wow.
all the furniture and the table, everything was floating in the pool. But I'm glad we weren't down there because we kind of got hurt, maybe. You know.
Yeah, some flying debris. Yeah, that's something. That's crazy.
Yeah. I was going to say, you know, the storm that we had this last week and the tornado, there was hardly any lightning or thunder. Hardly any, because my dog wasn't bothered a bit, you know. And usually that really, during an electrical storm like that, she goes crazy. But it was hardly any lightning and hardly any thunder. It was just the big rain, and it rained so hard. 20 minutes, I had over an inch of rain in my gauge. You know, it was just unbelievable, you know.
It was quite a rain. Yeah, it depended, I think, on where you were at, because I know I had some thunder, and I'm pretty sure I had thunder and lightning actually driving.
But we had
to work.
very little where we were at and I live within 4 or 5 miles of you.
Right.
We had very little lightning and thunder.
Okay.
But I have friends of mine that live in south of town.
Right.
That had a lot of lightning and thunder.
Right. And it's funny, I'm south of town too, and it's my power, I think, went out, even though I'm nowhere near 42nd. My power went out at like 8:30 in the morning, and because power crews, obviously they're working within the major destruction, I didn't get my power back on for about 7 or 8 hours.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oh,
yeah.
That's good. That's no good.
Yeah.
Maybe the lightning and thunder that is closer to where the actual tornado is, you know.
Probably was where that severe portion of that storm. Right.
Yeah. We had a lot of wind here, but you know there was just twigs and some branches.
The palm fronds and all that stuff, all the moss out of the trees.
But like I mentioned to Tom the other day, I said I live in a mobile home now, and if that thing 110 would have hit here, we'd have had a lot of damage, because I don't think these places could stand up to 110 mile an hour wind.
Probably not.
Yeah, no, not with it's the circular motion, I think, is what does more of the damage, because if they're newer mobile homes, they're supposed to be that
Hurricane
120,
rated,
the 120 mile an hour, but that's more of a sustained versus a vortex versus a spin of of the 110 mile an hour. And we all know God doesn't like mobile homes too much. Yeah.
Yeah, that's like a big updraft that can tear roofs off and stuff.
Yeah.
Where a straight wind is a little bit different, but well, let's hope. I know we got weather watches out for tonight and tomorrow, and although the tornado count, it was a 4, the possibility of a number 4, but according to the TV this morning, it wasn't even rated at anything, and the chances were low. So let's hope we get the rain, but not the wind.
Let's hope. Thanks for the call, Hugh. Thanks for the call.
Okay, take care.
Alrighty.
With something like this and the rain that came down, because the news was saying it was raining 2 to 3 inches an hour.
Yeah.
That helps put out forest fires up in the Panhandle, but it really doesn't help the ground at all, does it?
No, because it runs off. It doesn't get a chance to soak in.
It creates a river. Is what it does.
Right, exactly. It creates runoff. It creates, just puddling. I mean, now if you have sandy soil, like my yard holds some water, but it does drain rather quickly. So it probably, I was at work when all that was going on. It was real fun. But my yard will hold some water temporarily. As soon as rain stops, it does soak in. So if you have a yard like that'll, that you did get some benefit out of it. You can see, looking out here, of course, with the warmer temperatures, the grass is greening up. It takes that rain, it takes that ionization, takes that nitrogen that's in that rainwater to really green it. There's no fertilizer put out here. It's an airport. There's no fertilizer.
I have in my front yard, because my lawn guy's on a 2-week thing right now.
Right.
After the rains and all.
Yeah, Mo.
Oh, I got dandelions everywhere. Dandelions like you wouldn't believe.
Sure.
Big, and I mean, 1.5 to 2 foot tall dandelions.
The bees love them. So.
And dollarweed.
Yeah.
Oh.
The dollarweed has sprouted, but then you're on that retention pond, so you're gonna have that issue.
Yeah, it all runs. We're at the bottom of the hill in our subdivision, and it runs past our house into the retention pond.
Okay, yeah. See, I'm a little higher. There's a swamp down at the foot of
We're not.
Yeah.
We're right there.
I'm a little higher on mine, but it's a good thing.
We'll be back with Master Gardener Carol Ann Baldwin after this short timeout on Ocala Talks. You're listening to 1370 AM. 96.3 FM, WOCA. The Source.
Broadcasting from the Ocala International Airport, this is WOCA AM, W242CA FM, Ocala, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
USA Radio News with Lance Pride.
A suspected serial killer and shooting of homeless people in New York City and Washington, D.C. was arrested early Tuesday in the Capitol. Police say he is currently being interviewed at their homicide branch, and additional information will be forthcoming. They'd also like to thank the public for all their tips. With gasoline prices in the United States hitting all-time highs since President Biden's self-proclaimed war on oil, inflation, which polling shows to be Americans' top concern, is also now at a 40-year high under the Biden administration. In an attempt to curb inflation, the Federal Reserve is expected this week to begin raising interest rates for the first time in 3 years.
Rationale is going to be that the feds are indeed going to have to continue to stay on track to some extent with their rate increases, although they may just do that a little bit more slowly.
Matthew Johnson's the owner of Johnson Wealth on TD Ameritrade Network. USA Radio News.
I need 4 more of the biscuit carnitas, 2 burnt end platters, 3...
The kitchen at Kai's Barbecue is firing on all cylinders.
Greg, help me bring these to the pickup counter.
He needs food runners who can hit the ground quickly.
86 on the chicken and we're short-staffed. Let's pick it up.
Indeed can help him hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Instant Match instantly connects you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your sponsored job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
You've heard us talk about the luxurious Giza Dream sheets from MyPillow. Well, now they're on sale, 60% off, as low as $39.99. Lots of other overstock items and a free copy of Mike Lindell's book, What Are the Odds from Crack Addict to CEO, with any purchase, but you've got to use my promo code USA. Go to MyPillow.com, the Radio Listener Square, use my promo code USA, or call 1-800-951-8175.
Backyard. Are you wasting time boxing up packages and going to the post office or the UPS store? Are you tired of not knowing what you'll pay when you get there? Just Ship offers pickup service and flat rate packaging and postage rates, which takes the guesswork out of shipping while saving you time and money. So quit wasting valuable time and money. Call or text Just Ship at 352-234-3840. That's 352-234-3840. Just Shipped.
Think you know Dex Imaging? Think again. In the office, streamlining communications. In the field, delivering top-notch service, enhancing productivity and reducing downtime. In the data center, a part of the growing digital document revolution. In the world of business, supporting entrepreneurs and helping companies grow. In the forefront of technology, developing cutting-edge document management solutions. So if you think you know Dex Imaging, you don't know Dex.
Veterans Helping Veterans USA. Call 352-433-2320. We help veterans and their families with limited financial assistance, counseling, employment referrals, and a food and clothing bank. You can help in making a huge difference in the veterans' lives we serve by donating food, clothing, household items, or direct financial assistance. All donations are tax deductible. Veterans Helping Veterans USA. 352-433-2320. Thank you for your attention, and God bless America.
The Golden Spoon Diner and Seafood Restaurant, a true New York-style diner in Ocala. Try our breakfast special of 2 eggs served with home fries or hash browns and toast for just $4.49. We have an all-you-can-eat catfish special daily for $14.99, and Thursday through Sunday we have prime rib. Happy hour for food starts at 2 p.m. The Golden Spoon Diner and Seafood Restaurant is located at 5400 Southwest College Road in the Heathbrook Commons Plaza. Open daily from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. We will see you soon.
Hey there, Congresswoman Kat Kamak here, your conservative voice in our nation's capital. I'm so proud to be an advocate for the over 65,000 veterans here in North Central Florida. The new Ocala VA clinic is now open, providing important primary care and specialty services. If you're a veteran in the Ocala area, thank you for your service. Feel free to get in touch with our team by visiting us online at camac.house.gov. I'm Kat Kamak, and it is my honor to serve you.
This ad is paid for by official funds authorized by the U.S. House of Representatives.
That's right. It's In the Garden with Master Gardener Carol Ann Baldwin. She's here every Tuesday taking your phone calls about your yards, your gardens, your plants, your trees, anything that you want to know about in that genre. But over the weekend, Carol Ann, there was a Master Gardener happening. Tell us how it went.
Yeah, the annual Master Gardener Spring Festival was this past weekend, and unfortunately, I was not able to attend. I wish I would have been able to.
You got called into work, didn't you?
Yeah, I had to work. We were down a man, and with the bad weather and such, just needed however many hands we could get on deck. But my understanding is, even with all the horrible weather of Saturday morning and the cold on Sunday, there was still a fantastic turnout. I hope anybody new in the area who went by there and got to meet some great growers and found some of the smaller independent nurseries. There's always some fantastic plants that can be found there that you don't find and you will not find in big box stores. They're grown at the independents, the mom and pop nurseries, and that. The seminars apparently were very well attended. Of course, I gave you a chance too to warm up and learn, learn a lot of things about growing and taking care of your lawn and landscape here in the Central Florida area. We are Florida's unlike any other part of the country. Zone 9 in Florida is not the same Zone 9 in California or Texas.
No.
It is totally different. Those zones are usually just how many days of a certain temperature, or approximately. That's where those zones come from. It doesn't take into account humidity and rainfall and things like that. So if you're new in this area, and took advantage of any of the presentations and the seminars that were put on, you're all better educated for it. And realize that the Extension Office and the Master Gardeners are a fantastic resource if you have questions about your lawn and landscaping, vegetable garden, herb garden, and gardening for birds, butterflies,
and that
bees.
Resource is free.
It is
99.9% of the time.
Exactly. The festival cost you $2 admission.
Right.
That was to help cover advertising and other things that that have to go on.
Now, where was it held at?
It was held over at the Livestock Pavilion.
And this weekend, as I was driving back and forth on Saturday and Sunday.
Oh, yeah.
As they were going in, I drove by at 8 o'clock in the morning, 7:30 in the morning, and the festival traffic was already there.
Yes.
And lots of people.
Yes.
It wasn't just a few people.
No.
I thought I had forgotten that that's where you were going to hold it.
Yes.
Because I thought the junior livestock show was last weekend.
And
that's how busy it was.
Yeah, it was that you had the 4-H, or so the Southeastern Livestock Youth Fair was the weekend before, and now the Master Gardener one, and there was the one down, I think it was down in Lou Gardens. So this is like that time of year that we're going to have all the different plant sales and the garden shows and that. Take advantage of them. If you know of one, please feel free to put it on the In the Garden group page. Share it with others on Facebook. Put it on the page. Give us a call. Here, I have no problem. These are community events. They're not, it's not your business selling. If you're just even if your business is selling there,
right.
don't mention that necessarily. Mention the event.
Right. 352-622-9622.
And In the Garden group on Facebook. Just if you're not a member already, ask to join. And all I ask that when you're there is don't be selling your own stuff, but you can advertise events.
A lot of good information at the Master Gardener Festival as well, because I know somebody in my neighborhood who went.
Yes.
And talked about how they're going to change their fertilizing techniques now.
Exactly. There's all kinds of different things, and these are resources that are available year round, that that the publications that the University of Florida puts together and puts out are available, handouts and pamphlets and things like that. Soil pH testing is done there. Fantastic resource to use, and it's right here in our community, not that far. It's over there off Old Jacksonville Road.
real close to my
real
house.
Nice, yeah, real nice. It's not necessarily centrally located, but it is located at ease of access for most everyone.
And the beautiful thing about the Southeastern Livestock Pavilion
Mm-hmm.
is a lot of people don't know unless you're a plant aficionado or everything.
Right.
Just to the right of the extension office.
Is the
behind the
auditorium, the garden center, not garden center, but gardens.
It's like a botanical garden.
You're right. It's
they do weddings back there and everything.
people do Christmas photos there. People have done weddings. I've
engagement
seen,
photos are done there.
All kinds of.
But it's really just showing you different plants that thrive in our area.
In our area, exactly. And those gardens are maintained by the master gardeners.
Right.
So this is something that, again, volunteer organization that does. I mean, there's the shade gardens, there's sun plants, the landscaping around the extension office building, vegetables, herbs, butterflies, and then even because this show was the one where they invite the vendors, the nurseries, the hardscape companies, that kind of stuff.
The Bob Wines of the world.
Right, all of those places out to that event for them to showcase their wares. But there's also two other sales that go on in the year, and one of them is in May, and I should have grabbed that up on the last break. One is coming up in May, and it's the plants that are grown by the Master Gardener program that are put up for sale at very reasonable prices, and they're plants that will do well here. Again, some of the more unusual sometimes. So it's a great resource, again, that's a twice a year. They do one in spring and one in fall, and it's a fundraiser.
Right.
But, great plants, great quality, and you get to talk to those who grew them, get information about them, and so we always welcome everybody.
And it's only $2.
Well, that was $2 was this weekend.
Right.
The plant sales are free, and let bring your wallet, but because you're gonna want to shop.
Right,
I don't know anybody who's a plant person who you bring your.
But that festival was well attended.
Yes,
the parking lots were full.
It always is. I have not, or maybe I haven't seen that email to see what attendance was, but my understanding is it even with the inclement weather,
it starts with thousands.
Yes. And what's nice is because when we move to the livestock pavilion, we have that huge covered area. Yes, some of the vendors are on the outer edges of it, but at least there's
some interior
interior areas that for shade when we have those hot years, and protection from rain and that during the other times.
Saturday and Sunday, both mornings, even during the rain on Saturday, there were still cars piling
in there. Yes. I saw some photographs of people with umbrellas and their carts going, and you don't stop a gardener too easy. It's
well, what's water?
Yeah, what's a little water? The yard needs it. The plants will be happy. So.
So now, when's is it just once a year? Or those quarterly?
That one is once a year. It's the spring festival. Like I always said, ours always was the first one, I think, but now several years ago, I think it was Lou Gardens down in Orlando, moved theirs to the same weekend as ours. But and that's even doable. You can always do one day, one the other if you're real big into it. There's other ones coming up. I think Macintosh. I'll see whether or not I can find a couple of them when we take the next break.
Which we have to do right now. We're up against a break. We'll be right back with Master Gardener Carol Ann Baldwin on 1370 AM, 96.3 FM. This is WOCA, The Source.
You know what you want to do in retirement, but do you know how to get there? Tune in to Coasting into Retirement with Gary Marriage of Nature Coast Financial Advisors, Sunday mornings at 8 to get answers to your retirement planning questions. Plan today so you can do the things you've always dreamt about doing in retirement. Listen Sunday mornings at 8 to Coasting into Retirement with Gary Marriage of Nature Coast Financial Advisors.
Our firm offers insurance services.
Yeah, folks, you got to check out the big things happening for spring at Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens in Ocala. Thousands of new and exciting plants and displays and a new, much larger garden decor section. It's all happening right now at Bob Wine's. You won't believe the specials awaiting you. Camellias are blooming in all their glory, and you can join the club with Bob Wine's heirloom camellias for as little as $19.99 and a whole range of colors. How about a gigantic tray of spring annuals, regularly $2.99 each, but you can get this tray of 35, mix and match them for just $35.99. Everyone wants herbs, and Bob has them, hundreds of herbs, your choice, just $1.99. Check the big color ad, then head on out to Bob Wine's on Southeast 38th Street, open daily till 4:30, Saturdays till 3, in the same blooming place for 70 years.
On the first and third Wednesday mornings each month at 9:05 a.m., Robert Colin with On Top of the World will be our guest as we learn all about the exciting lifestyle and new home choices available at Ocala's premier adult active community, On Top of the World. From time to time, Robert will bring guests, and you're sure to enjoy our little chats. After all, you deserve the world, and we bring it to you.
Hi, I'm Ryan Chamberlain, and I'm the CEO and co-founder of TPN. TPN is the new alternative to Facebook for those that are tired of being censored, the lack of free speech in our great country, and are looking to share your ideas, passions, dreams, and opinions on a platform that's filled with folks just like you. If you're looking to network and build relationships with those that value faith, family, free enterprise, and free speech, then TPN is your solution. TPN is where all voices are heard and where you can fight back against big tech. Go to www.gettpn.net/radio to download the app now. That's gettpn.net/radio.
You're getting ready to move and you work hard. That's why you call Two Men in a Truck, 352-289-0666. You need pros, trained professional moving experts to do the heavy lifting for you. That's why you call Two Men in a Truck, 352-289-0666. They care about your things as much as you do, and they do it fast and right. That's why you call Two Men in a Truck, 352-289-0666. Visit twomeninatruck.com and get moving.
Two men in a truck.
Howdy folks, RL here for Dairy Queen again to tell you about what's hot and what's not. Dairy Queen has some of the best char-grilled chicken breasts on earth, as well as their chicken breast salad. And the burgers are exceptional, cooked on a real grill for the best flavor and less fat. And for dessert, blizzards are unequaled. Personally, banana split is my all-time favorite. Dairy Queen Silver Springs, where we always treat you like kings and queens.
It's bow time. Ever taste something so good you just get hooked? Like the Bo Jangler, the only fish sandwich splashed with Bo's famous seasoning. So we're having a fish fry, Bo Jangle style, spicing up premium fish fillets with the good stuff and slathering them with melty cheese and tangy tartar sauce to hook your taste buds with just one bite. Reel in a Bojangler today, only at Bojangles.
Catch the Bojangler at 4828 Southwest College Road here in Ocala.
That's right. It's Master Gardener Carol Ann Baldwin in studio with us for about another 15 minutes. Carol Ann, you know, with all this weather today, with the soaking rain that's coming in today, it's really going to make it where people are going to start saying, hey, now with all this rain and everything, now's the time for me to start dumping fertilizer.
Well, I mean, we are in that time frame. We don't want to dump it when it is raining. You know, hold on to the spreaders.
Hold on a day or so after it rains.
Hold on to the spreaders. Give it a chance. Let that water soak in. Because if you read your bag of fertilizer, you need to find out when you need to water it in, especially if you happen to be using something like a weed and feed. It needs to sit there for a certain period of time before you water it in. And with how much rain we just had, if you'd have put your fertilizer down beforehand,
in the reservoirs.
It's in the reservoirs. It's down. Yeah, it's past. It's
retention pond has it.
And you can't put another dose down because it probably took some of it up So you just threw your money away.
Right.
And you're not getting the benefit of it.
But you weeded the retention ponds
and caused an algae bloom downstream. So I actually spoke to a gentleman, and I'm sure I hope the look on my face and my attitude towards him maybe made him think again, because he actually found a place where he could buy the old school 16-4-8. Well, we have taken that phosphate out of the fertilizers because we mine it. We don't need it. Putting it on the ground is actually just a pollutant because the grass does not need it for its health. But he got it, and he put it down, and it rained hard. And I says, well, your fertilizer's gone. He says, well, I'm in Ocala. There's no lakes in that. But you have an aquifer. Yeah. It's not that far below the surface of the soil. I said the runoff that takes that storm water down the street and out of your neighborhood is now got your fertilizer in it.
100%.
I said, we need to, I said, you just wasted your money. And you could, threw something down into the water system that we didn't need. And he kind of looked at me, but I'm not sure if he really cared or not. Yeah. But please, people, come on. Anybody, anytime, hey, you're my listeners. You're interested in gardening. Educate your neighbors and things like that. When you see them out there with the bag and it's going to rain that day, that the weatherman's going and they say, well, hey, I need to water it in anyway. We never know if we're going to get a quarter of an inch of rain or a frog strangler.
Somebody texted in that they have a question, and I just had it on here. Let me read it to you.
Oh, okay.
Let me read it to you again. They said, I have good soil.
Okay.
Oh, wait. I know who this is from now.
Oh.
I have good soil because I've been creating compost holes all season.
All winter long.
With that good dirt that's turned over regularly, should I still take 1.5 inches off the top to put black cow down?
No, I wouldn't take anything off the top. If you wanted to add, if your bed's still down a little bit, just add a little black cow and rake it in.
So
you don't even have to really spade it in. Just sort of rake it in because it's going to mix as you dig holes and all of that. Just
we're over 50 holes.
Yeah, but I mean when you start planting.
Yeah, but we're over 50 compost holes in the garden
wow.
right now.
Wow.
She digs a hole probably 12 inches across,
right. And down a little bit,
she takes 2 margarine containers.
Yeah.
That are full with
all
compost,
the kitchen scrap,
eggs, and
the
shavings from when we peel cucumbers and everything, and it goes in the dirt.
Yep.
And then she'll cover it up, and then she digs another hole to
do
put
the
next
one. Right,
and she's done that now for 5 months.
Yeah, so plenty of.
And it's what started as Archer Field dirt, which was orange, that orange construction
dirt. Builder's dirt, yeah.
Now down a foot deep, 1.5 feet deep.
Yeah.
It's a combination. Now it's still you still see the orange dirt.
Oh, sure.
But it's starting to get a lot darker.
Right. And if the bed is still down, I would still just add some black cow to it or some purchased compost kind of thing, just because then and just spread it on top and rake it in. I'm a lazy gardener. As you begin to dig the spot to put your plants in, that's going to mix in too.
By the way, for those that didn't catch what we were talking about, that was from my wife.
Yeah. But when we took the break, I did check on some stuff that's upcoming, and right now I did not find the upcoming sale for Master Gardeners, but that one's in May, so I have time to find it again. But this coming up this Saturday, those of you who didn't get enough with ours, you've got a Volusia County Master Gardener Fair on the 19th. That's this Saturday.
Where's that at? DeLand?
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, it's at there. But I mean, if you look up Volusia County Master Gardeners, it'll give you the information.
I believe it's in DeLand.
Yeah. And then this Thursday, and our county extension on this one is a presentation on curb appeal. And so if you're looking to work on that, you've got a house and you need something to do on the front. You see a lot of posts on that for
well, that's how you resell the house.
That's how you resell the house, but that's also maybe you just bought the house and it didn't have much curb appeal. And that's maybe why you got a little better price on it, whatever. Somebody didn't take the time. And then coming up on the 25th is an edible landscaping. Again, contact our county extension 671-8400, and they will let you know some information on that. I believe those two were both free. Let me get back to where's events. There we go. Oh, wait a minute. My groups for me.
Yeah. You know.
To do. Yeah.
As
I
you're
can't find
punching
it,
that,
but just,
everybody
yeah.
hears it because it's on the
Oh,
microphone.
Put it on my pen. Yeah, because it's set to vibrate, but not to. But no, there's a lot of different events that are coming up that are garden related, landscape related. Check out. I'm sure if you subscribe either digitally or the paper copy of the Star Banner, in community events kind of pages, that those things are all listed, for stuff coming up.
So we have a tree that sits right next to our house that the cat loves to use as its ladder on and off the roof. But it's blooming now. This tree is blooming.
Ah, nice.
And I'm kind of confused what kind of tree it is. And, Matt Gibbs just walked in from Sunrise Auto.
Okay.
So I'm going to master gardener like people do with him and the mechanic. When you go to a mechanic, you go, my car's making this noise. Wop, 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 wop.
Right.
And the mechanic will say, oh, well, it sounds like you need a new muffler.
Right.
So they can do that. So I'm going to see if a master gardener can do that.
Okay, well, sometimes we can.
So I have a tree.
Okay. I bet it's got green leaves.
The blooms on it, they hang down on like a little string almost looking like apparatus.
Okay.
And they remind me when we used to go to Chinese restaurants as a kid, the tassels, the red tassels that would hang from the lamp.
What is it, a bottle brush?
But it looks like a bottle brush. It looks like a bottle brush or like a foot-long caterpillar.
Okay,
and it's
fuzzy
very
and
vibrant red.
Yeah, bottle brush.
It's a beautiful tree.
Yeah, they are. And they attract hummingbirds and butterflies
It's a beautiful,
and bees.
and my cat loves it.
Oh, yeah.
That's her way to get on and off the roof.
Yeah, it's a bottle brush tree. Yeah.
So is it native to Florida or is it an invasive?
It's not invasive, but native, I'm not sure, but it is a great butterfly hummingbird attractor.
And it's called the bottle brush.
Bottle brush. Yeah, it looks like a bottle brush.
It
looks
does.
Like it was,
I hadn't thought about that. It looks just like
until you started to describe it.
It's like a red bottle brush.
Yep,
It
that's
is.
what it is. That's what it is. But great trees.
Yeah,
Great
and they
trees,
bloom.
yeah.
Oh, the blooms, those red blooms are just gorgeous.
Yeah, and they're blooming like crazy all over
They
the
are.
community. Yeah, all over town. Anybody who's got them, you can see them. And there's some that are the weeping where they actually hang down. And it sounds like yours maybe goes more upright. So because the weeping, my understanding, the weeping is not quite as cold hardy as the regular.
the blooms
are coming down right because they're heavy on the
But it's a wonderful tree.
Yes.
And we had to cut it. It's only got one side because the back side
is
right
up
against
against
the
too
house.
close to the house.
Right.
And that was again somebody planted a beautiful plant in the wrong place.
Yeah, they thought it was going to stay low, and it ended up.
Right.
I mean, because it's 20 foot tall.
Sure.
25 foot tall.
And
easy.
so you're right. It's a regular bottle brush. It's not one of the dwarf.
And the cat uses it as her ladder on and off the roof.
Up to the roof. Yep.
Yeah, she loves that tree.
Yeah.
Because it's her way she gets on and off. She can get up on the peak of the roof and the high
watch
spot.
Everything.
Oh yeah.
Watch the whole.
But I knew it had to have a name.
Oh yeah.
But I didn't know when I asked you the technical name was going to be bottle brush.
Yeah. Well, the technical name I'd have to look up, but the common name is bottle brush. Right. It's a bottle brush.
Just like
tree.
the common name for a pine tree is pine tree.
Right.
It has a technical name.
Right. It does have it. Yeah.
I knew that, but I meant what the common name was.
Yeah. What everybody
Bottle
knows
brush.
it. What
Bottle
everybody
brush
knows it as.
I did not expect bottle brush.
Yeah. But that's and the biggest thing with bottle brush is make sure they are kept watered when we have dry times because they don't like to go without water.
Oh no, it's right. It's right at where the roof
gutter.
spout is.
Right. So right. It comes up.
Stays
yeah.
watered.
Right.
Matter of fact, sometimes I think it might get too much water because water stands there when
I got you. Yeah.
But it soaks in within a couple hours.
And so long as it's thriving, it's doing okay.
Oh yeah, it's 20, 25 foot tall, and it probably has right now 300 blooms.
Oh,
on it.
easy.
It's but a beautiful tree.
Right.
Very beautiful tree. I just never knew what the name of it was. That's why I asked you.
There we go.
Hey,
and yes, we can just like your mechanic.
Just like your
when
mechanic.
it does. Yeah.
I
get the one.
Bottle brush.
I've got this green plant. It's like,
bottle
keep
brush.
going.
Yeah. Caroline, tell people how they can find you and get in touch with you.
They can find us at the In the Garden Facebook group page. Ask to join. There is a couple questions now just to weed out robots, etc. Or find me down there at work, down there at Lowe's and Lady Lake.
Carol Ann Baldwin, Master Gardener Carol Ann Baldwin, joins us every Tuesday to take your calls and questions. Carol Ann, thanks so much. Talk to you next week.
My pleasure.
We'll be back next with Matt Gibbs from Sunrise Auto after this timeout on WOCA, The Source.
Broadcasting from the Ocala International Airport, this is WOCA AM, W242CA FM, Ocala, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
USA Radio News with Lance Pride.
A planned NATO exercise with about 30,000 troops from more than 25 countries from Europe and North America began in Norway on Monday. NATO said the drill, codenamed Cold Response, includes 200 aircraft and 50 vessels. NATO was sure to point out that the exercise did not have anything to do with Russia's invasion of Ukraine. The training will continue into April. Chinese diplomacy takes a 7-hour tour Monday in Rome. National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan met with his Chinese counterpart, Yang Zhenshe. The United States offered a stern warning for China to steer clear of Russia's war effort. Ned Price from the State Department.
Our concerns about the PRC's support to Russia in the wake of the invasion and the implications.
The suspect in last weekend's stabbing at the Museum of Modern Art was apprehended in Philadelphia early Tuesday morning. 60-year-old Gary Cabano was arrested by Philly police at the Greyhound bus station and is awaiting extradition. USA Radio News.
Wait, aren't these all charitable donations?
At Magda's Tax Prep, every person
I'd
counts.
rather not have to file for an extension.
She needs new auditors to maximize returns on her family time.
On itemized deductions. Hey, can someone help with these 1099s?
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Our hiring platform instantly connects you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
You've heard us talk about the luxurious Giza Dream Sheets from MyPillow. Well, now they're on sale, 60% off, as low as $39.99. Lots of other overstock items and a free copy of Mike Lindell's book, What Are the Odds from Crack Addict to CEO, with any purchase, but you've got to use my promo code USA. Go to MyPillow.com, the Radio Listener Square, use my promo code USA, or call 1-800-951-8175.
A fast-spreading...
The USDA program helping protect pollinators from invasive pests. That's coming up on This Land of Ours.
I'm Agriculture Commissioner Nikki Fried. Everyone knows Florida grows the world's best produce. From citrus to strawberries, watermelon to blueberries, our produce growers feed our families and the world. With over $125 million in annual revenue for growers, the Fresh from Florida program helps Florida farmers stay competitive in a tough marketplace. Learn more at followfreshfromflorida.com.
There are a lot of wonderful...
The USDA program helping protect pollinators from invasive pests. That's coming up on This Land of Ours.
I'm Agriculture Commissioner Nikki Fried. Everyone knows Florida grows the world's best produce. From citrus to strawberries, watermelon to blueberries, our produce growers feed our families and the world. With over $125 million in annual revenue for growers, the Fresh from Florida program helps Florida farmers stay competitive in a tough marketplace. Learn more at followfreshfromflorida.com.
There are a lot of wonderful things being said about the conservation incentives in the new Farm Bill. Just listen. These incentives help farmers keep our air and water clean, our soil productive, and our environment healthy for everyone. Conservation. There's something in it for you. Call or visit your local USDA service center. Brought to you by